Good morning, students. Why strength is very less? 8:30, no? See, in your class, before your theory, first sem theory exam, the strength used to be 56, 57. After the theory exam, it came up to 45 to 50. Now, I'll see at the end of the class how many will be there. And today I want to discuss case study and innovative question for your third theory internals. Yes, students, am I audible? I'm not getting any response.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'll wait another 2 minutes, then I'll discuss case study and innovative questions, students, because now only 17, not even 20 students. Okay, now students are joining. 23, 24 students are there. So we'll wait another 2 minutes and then I'll start. First, I'll complete innovative question. Then I'll move on to the syllabus. Yes, students, in 1 or 2 days, I'll complete the syllabus also. Now we are in fifth semester. Almost all the topics I have covered in fifth module. So almost all the topics I have covered. So still, if you feel anything I have missed, you can tell me. I'll do it. I'll do those topics, and from next class onwards, we'll do revision. Whatever the doubts you have, you can ask. I know you will not ask anything. And student syllabus for your third internals is complete fifth module, and in third module, I gave that syllabus for second internals is only up to images, tables, and colors. Now, yes, students, please make a note of the syllabus of third internals. Please make a note of the syllabus of third internals. From third unit or from third module, from buttons to till the end, means button, group of buttons, progress bar, forms, filters, classes, alerts, custom form, and grid system. Yes, I repeat. Okay. I'll share the screen, and I'll in the syllabus only I'll show. If you have any doubts, you can ask students. Whatever may be the doubts regarding syllabus, or if you have not understood any topic, whatever it may be, you can stop me and you can ask. Yes. Yes, students, is my screen is visible? Is the Word document is visible? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the syllabus of your third internals is from buttons to the end of the syllabus. I mean, end of the module. Buttons, group of buttons, progress bar, forms, filters, classes, alerts, custom form, grid system. Yes, students, in this syllabus, whatever the syllabus I am telling you, if you have any doubts in the syllabus, you can ask. While studying, you may suddenly you may not understand any topic, so you can ask me. And the complete fifth module, that is introduction to AngularJS directives. The directives are nothing but the ng repeat, ng model, ng init. Those are the directives. Expressions, controllers, filters, services, events, forms, validations, and examples. Means for all this, the example. This is the syllabus for your third unit student. I mean third test, third internal syllabus. Complete fifth module, and in the third module, wherever I have highlighted, from buttons to the end of the module, buttons to the grid system. Yes, students, got it now? The syllabus?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, how many are there? Only 30. Now students are joining. Why you are joining so late, students? Yes, students, in last class we have seen the expressions, um, AngularJS filters, the events also we have seen. Now we have 1 minute, students. Yes, students, can you hear me? Due to technical issue, I lost the connection. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my PPT is visible, students? So next, is the PPT is visible? Can you see the slide, validation slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, students, before I move on to the topic, move on to the explanation or example of this validation, you tell me what is the meaning of validation and why we use this validation.
In order to receive proper input.
Is to receive a proper input, we need a validation. Generally, it is required, students. The when you create any form, the validation is mandatory. Without validation, also you can run the program or you can run the application, but we cannot say it is a properly done application. Why? Because say for example, if you are taking if you have a registration form, the registration form will contain, if I take example of a student registration form only. So if you take a student registration form, then the unique number will be the university number. So I am taking the USN, name, name, age, age, email address, email address, and so on. So many details we collect during the registration of our students. So it may be any event registration. When you do a fest, your department fest, you do so many events. So during the event registration, we take many of the inputs from the students or from the participants. When you are if the participant is a student, then the first field or the unique or the primary key will be the USN, name, age, and email. Yes, students, here why I have taken only these here is, see, what is the regular expression of a USN? If you ask any person who is not from VTU, who is not from him, that person may be student or a professor. That person may be a student or a faculty. If you ask the format or the regular expression of a USN, then will they able to tell your USN contains 1BY? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 1BY 20 MCA. Actually, even we were only not knowing that when you were in first semester. So your USN is not having A. So generally, so till 19 USN, the USN format was the USN format was 1BY 19 MCA 01. But from your batch, they have changed the regular expression. Correct? Is it right? 1BY 20 MC 001. Even in the syllabus, also in your lab program, also they have copied the previous that program. They have copied the previous syllabus. So what is there in the question? Question I'll end there. What is the regular expression in the question, students? In your lab program, in your fifth lab program? Can anybody? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Why no response? Yes, students? Okay, I don't want to waste the time. So the regular expression in the syllabus, what they have given is numeric, 2 alphabets, 2 digits, and 3 alphabet. But if you take your current semester, current batch students regular expression, that will be numeric, alphabet, 2 digits, or numeric 2 digits, and 2 characters. The regular expression has changed. Who will know this? If you ask any non-ubiquitous students, will they be able to write the USN in this format? So maybe you are not well, you may ask your cousin or you may ask your friends who is not from with you, if they ask them to fill the form, will they be? No. If you give a proper validation here, if you do a proper validation, if you are not giving the first character a digit, immediately the message it should display. So that is nothing but a validation. Whatever, if you for USN, if it is taking 1 2 3 4 also, then what is the use? It is not serving my purpose, correct? I want to sort once. See, I'm just simply for the sake of collection of data, I'm not doing that. Again, based on the USN, or based on the age, I will segregate the information. I will segregate the data. Correct, no, students? Based on the information, I will segregate the information or segregate the data. So here, if you USN, I'm taking, and name of the students I'm taking, and age and email address. If my students, if they register, they give BMSIT domain address. Correct? No, by seeing the address, I'll come to know that though I have not handled any of the semester, so I'll understand that though I'm part of the event, I will understand that these students are my students, means our college students. If they have given some other mail ID, if I suggest you, those students who are registering from BMSIT MCA department, they have to give our domain address only, BMSIT domain address only. If I give this condition, then definitely the student, everybody have the BMSIT domain mail ID, then they give the BMSIT domain mail ID. So it will be easy for my students to segregate. Maybe I want to give an offer to my students, those who are from BMSIT, there will not be any registration fees. Correct, no? There will not be any registration fees. Based on the mail ID, I may sort and I may tell that these group of the students, I am not going to collect any registration fees. But for other students, I'll collect a registration fees. Say yes, definitely I may take a next field, the college name. But as of now, I am taking only the 4 fields. According to 4 fields, I am talking students. So here, USN, if you are giving only one, next I am moving to the name, that is Anil. One name is Anil. So if you don't give any, if you are not doing any proper validation, students, then what happens? What happens? It will take a input, whatever the input you are giving, it will take, and for when we do sorting, when we want to sort based on college, or when we want to based on the USNs, then it will become difficult. So the proper validation should be there. That's why see, students, if you have mini project lab in your web technology lab, you have mini project, that is second part B. Or if you take your major project or any other project, the examiners will ask the validation. See, writing a simple regular expression, taking one input field, this is not a big deal. So we have to do a proper validation, students. Here, if you in a hurry, age, I'll give A. Assume I have maybe in 1 or 2 minutes the registration time is going to close. Immediately I have to register. So USN I am giving 1, name I am giving Anil, and age A, mail address. Some mail address I will give. The mail address I will give. So here age, is it a correct value, students? A I have given. Is it a correct value?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Because A should be the age should be digit. Age should be digit. When you give this, when you do a proper validation to your project or to your application, when you are giving A here, then it will not allow you to go to the next field. Immediately a proper alert message it will display. We know how the alert works. In your third program, you have seen when you are giving a value for the Fibonacci, not Fibonacci, this square of a given number, then when you give 4, then immediately that alert box it was displaying. Correct? No? So here also, if you for validation, if you are using the alert window or alert box, then immediately that alert will display. You are not enter whatever the proper validation message. What message you are giving, that message it will display in the alert box. That is, you can give the age should be a digit value, or you have entered a character value for the age. Whatever you feel to give, whatever you want to give, you can give a error message. That is will be the proper validation. Email address, sometime when we are just doing a trial, and being a developer, when you are giving just when you are give just trying then email address, if I give email address, if I just give XYZ. See students, name, if you give XYZ, then it will okay, it will not no problem. Just for we are doing a trial. So if you give name, okay. But for email address, if you give XYZ, will it serve our purpose? So I want to check whether it is taking a proper email address or not. If you are not doing any, if you are not written a proper validation code, then definitely it will take if you give XYZ. But my mail address format should be the character value at symbol, correct? At Gmail, you can give Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Rediff or BMSIT domain.com. This is the correct format of the mail address. So this is the correct format of the mail address. So like this, you have to give a validation. So how many are there? How many students are there? 40. Darshan, why 2 logins? You want to increase the strength of the students? Huh? Darshan.
No, ma'am.
Then why 2 logins?
I have also logged in my PC, that's why.
Okay, student. Okay, before I move on to the examples, so just 2-3 minutes, I want to discuss case study, innovative question, not case study, innovative question. So as usual, what I discussed for your previous internals, see here, the main thing of the mainly in this subject, what we are learning is web development. See, the web development we have learned from first module. We are learning the web development from first module till to the 5th module. See students, here the purpose is web development. The purpose is web development. We want to develop a responsive or a dynamic web page. We want to develop a responsive web page. But the concepts are changing. Correct, no? Whatever the concepts we are learning, that is changing. So if you observe, these concepts are advanced concepts. HTML, jQuery, Bootstrap, Angularjs, no doubt in all the, when you learn all these technologies, definitely you are going to develop a web page. See, first module, it is difficult to develop a responsive web page. Correct, no? It is difficult to develop a responsive web page. In the 5th module, or if you see your 3rd module, you can develop a responsive web page or a website. So here also I'm giving the same similar type of question in innovative. That is, now what you are learning AngularJS and Bootstrap. So after learning this AngularJS, how innovatively you can develop a web page. Many of the students are not writing up to the mark. So some of the tags you are writing, so for that I am giving marks. At least in the 3rd in the third test, you try to write a good answer with a sample output, students, with a sample output. So why I am writing you, I am asking you to write a sample output during your activity also. I told you to write a sample output because I want to know how you can imagine your output when you implement that concept, how it may show in the web page. That's why this time everybody has to write the sample output, students. So if you are implementing a show, or if you are implementing any animation, or if you are implementing any validation, then how it will reflect in the output. I want to see that. Definitely you cannot run and show in the test, but at least the design you can do, no? Yes, students. So like this, the similar kind of question I will ask in the third test. So how you
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
will,
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಿ
yes.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್?
ಆನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ, ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಆರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಕಲ್, ಆರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್, so what your before animation what will be the size, and after animation what will be the size will vary, no? Can't you write that? Simple, very simple. I am not asking you to write any complex things. If you are writing any moving object also, initially the object will be here. Next, in the next small draw one small window, and after giving a animation effect, the object will move. Or if you are writing about a progress bar, so first initially see a progress bar, how we are writing, we are incrementing the value. When you keep on incrementing, then the progress bar will vary. So in the initially it will be like this, and once you click on the write 1 or 2 lines of explanation there. So once you implement that, then how it will reflect in the output. It is not difficult, it is not tough, easily you can write. So like this you have to write. Yes, any doubt in the innovative question?
No ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
So some of the simple examples I'll show in the validation part. My screen is visible now, students?
Yes, ma'am.
See the code once. Observe what are the points I have written here. What are the tags I have written here? So what I have written here I am taking an input field. In that input, I want to take some information or some data or some value I am taking in the text box. See, in the text box, so when you see here, yes students, when my intention is to take a input from the user in the text box. See, when here what I have written is a text, when the text, if the text box is empty, then the text box value will be 0. The text box value will be 0 or false. If you enter a single character also, so something you are writing, then immediately what will be the text box value? True, no? Yes. See, first a text box I'm taking. A text box when it is blank. See why I have taken, what is the intention of taking a text box? That is, I want to take some information in that text box. So if you don't want to take any information, then why you want text box? Correct? So I want to take some input from the user. So before a user enters a input in the text box, then the text box value will be 0 or false. Correct? Are you understanding, students? Am I clear? Because I'm not getting any response. Yes, students, are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
At least you say yes, or if you're not understanding, you can say no also. At least respond something. I get doubt whether I'm audible or whether my connection has lost, because once I share the screen, I cannot see whether the students are listening or whether they are there or whether the screen is connection lost. Okay. So here, without before I write anything in the text box, then the text box value will be 0. Once I write any date, if you just write one single character also, immediately the text box value will become true. See the output, students. So see the output, what you are able to see in the output screen. Nothing.
Text box.
Is blank. Is the window is blank, students? Window blank idea.
No, ma'am.
If you are not responding, means the window is blank. It is not blank, no? Something is there, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Try writing in the input field. If you the font, if you are not able to see it, I will increase the font size. Instead of writing in the P tag, I will write it in the H3 tag. I can do this. If my students is not able to see, if the font is very small, please respond, students. If you are not able to see, if the font is not clear, not clearly visible, please respond. Change aayega? Okay. Try typing in the input field. The input field state is false. Why it is false? Why it is false?
Because we didn't give any data.
Yes, because we have not given any data in the text box. So now I have just given X. So something I have given. Something I have given. See, the text box is not asking that you have to write a sentence or you have to write a word. Just if you give one letter also, the text box contains some information. Correct, no? Immediately the input state value will become true. Yes, students, are you understanding? Immediately the input text value will become the text box value will become true. See, again I have refreshed. See, if you give any special symbol also, if you give a digit also, if you give any character also, you see, now I have given G. I'm removing this G, so immediately the text box, the input valid state will become false. Now I am giving ampersand. See, student, this text box is not telling us to input only the special character or only the digits or only the character. It is not saying that. Enter any value. So if I just, now I am giving a bracket. So it is not telling that it is a special symbol or it is a digit or it is a character. Some input value I want to take, it is telling. Correct now? This program doesn't want that the text box should be empty. If the text box is empty, then the state will be false. If you enter something in the text box, then the state will be true. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, one more example. Is the font is visible or shall I change the font style? I mean, shall I give any a tag here, bold tag or header tags? Can you read it, what I have written here?
Yes, ma'am. We can read, ma'am.
Try writing an email address in the input field. Okay. X, Y, Z. Yes, students, X, Y, Z. What is the state here? True or false?
False.
Why? Is it correct? It should be false only, or it should become true?
Because it's a invalid email. Just doesn't contains
Yes.
@gmail.com.
Yes. So here I have just given X, Y, Z, though the text box contains some value, but it is not in the email address format. It is not in the email address format. When I just give here at G, I may give Gmail also, or I may give BMSIT domain also. If I remove, yes, students, you observe the output. If I remove after that at symbol, if I remove that G or B, so again it is becoming false. Correct? No? Now Gmail dot. If you give just dot, then it is incomplete. No? Yes, students, it is incomplete. So again, if you write com, then it is telling that the whatever the data you have given, that is a true. Yes, students, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you complete the text box with some characters, if you give thousands of characters also, this text box value will be false only. But in the previous program, here only I have. So if you just keep on writing characters in the text box, then definitely the state will be true. But in the second example, it is not like that. Correct, no, students? The second example, it is not like that. You have to enter a proper data. You have to enter the proper data. A, B, C, false. At false. BMSIT dot in. Yes, students? Understood? Understood, students? Shall I move to the next example?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, observe this program. See the program. So see here, I have used here style tag. Why we use a style tag?
Define style sheets, styles for elements.
Yes, to define some style to the text box or to the table or to the content or to the heading, to the header tags. If you want to define some styles, by default it contains some style. If you want to change, generally if you take a header tags, it will be bold, the font size is predefined, and the color of the font will be black. If you want to change the color of the font, then what we do, we define a style tag. Inside the style tag you can change the color of the, or you can change the size of the header tags. Correct? You can change the size of a header tag here. And if you take example of input tag, so input text box, so the background will be white. Correct? So here we are changing the background. See, when the background is when the input value is invalid means false or zero. If it is invalid, then background color should be pink. Invalid means what? If it is blank. If the text box is blank means invalid or false. If the text box is invalid, then background color should be pink. If the text box is, or if the input tag is valid, then the background should change to light green. See students, there is no difference between first program and this program. There is no difference between first program and this program. There is only the style I have added here. A CSS concepts we have added here. This is what level of CSS? What level of CSS here?
Document level CSS.
Yes, the document level CSS. Here we are implementing a document level CSS. See students, I repeat once again, there is no difference in first program and the third program I am explaining. There is no difference. Only the CSS concepts we have included here. If the text box value is false, then the background color of that text box should be pink. It should be pink. If you are changing the input value, that state if it is valid, then, or if it is valid is nothing but true, then it should change that to light green. What is the background color? What is the background color, students?
Invalid pink.
Yes, it is, because the text box is, see, here only here only I have both the outputs. See, this is the output of first program. This is the output of first program. How I am coming to know that this is text box valid, this text box state is invalid? Here I have given the output. Here I am displaying this. If this is blank, then it should display it is false. But here I am not displaying this value. With the color only I am showing this. With the color only I am playing here. But here I am displaying the value. If this is blank, then it should be false. Here I am not displaying any output here. I am not displaying any value here. Here with the color only I am showing. If it is blank, then it should take pink. Now, so the color is changing. When you are entering something, the text box color will change. Correct, no students? The text box color should change. Understood? Yes, students, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Students, I have completed the syllabus. So in next classes, some more examples we will try to execute, and half an hour I'll execute the programs, and half an hour I'll do revision from the beginning. And in between, also in any other topic, if you have, first let me do a revision for your third internals, and after that I'll do a revision from the beginning. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Yes, students, understood these programs?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, my screen is visible now. To learn or to execute more programs, you can go to W3 schools. In W3 schools, you have so many programs. Concepts wise programs are there. See, if you just give Angular JS, W3 schools. See, this Angular JS tutorial W3 schools. See, if you click here, if you click, see the left corner, students, left side. See left side. See tutorials. You can see here tutorials. Kanasta idea. See introduction from the beginning. The introduction, the expressions, models. On each topic, 3 to 5 programs are there, students. How to write expression, scope. Though some topics here is not there for your syllabus also, you have, if you want to run and see, if you want to see virtually also, you can run. Here only you can run. See, try yourself. Try yourself. Okay, okay. Yes, students, you are seeing the output here. The right side, left side is the code, and right side is the output. Like this, so many programs are there. Virtual, immediately you can run there only, and you will get the output here. See, Angular, AngularJS SQL. See here. See, this is not for your syllabus. Just I am showing what type of examples you will get here. Fetching data from ASP.NET Server running SQL. So if you those if you do a project in your next semesters also, if you do a project, see, we are fetching the data, the name and the country names it is displaying. So like this, you have so many programs here, students, in W3 school. I think many of you know also. Many of you are aware of this W3 school, and even in the lab, during the lab session also, Shivkumar sir has told about this W3 school and Java Point. If you have any doubt, if you get any doubt during your mini project also, you can refer these programs. See, AngularJS routing, AngularJS applications. So many examples are there. The same thing for your AngularJS, jQuery. See students, jQuery also, see the left side, jQuery tutorial. See from introduction to effects, see effects, which are the effects we have: hide, show, fade, slide, animation, animate, stop, callback, chaining, get, set, add, remove, CSS classes, dimensions, traversing, ancestors, siblings, filters, Ajax, load. Ajax is not there for yours. No, this Ajax introduction. Ajax is just an introduction part. That is, what is Ajax? How you are using Ajax with jQuery. Next, Ajax load. How you are loading Ajax? See. Let jQuery Ajax change this text. See, what is the code here is using after implementing, the text should change. The text value should change. So get external content. So the external content is adding. See, previously the external content was not there. Now when you click on the button, the external content is added. So like this, you can run so many programs here. Get and host. Okay, sorry, get and post. Get and post requests are there. Send an HTTP get request to a page and get the result back. So when I click here, see what is the response I am getting. What is data? This is some text from an external ASP file. The status is success. So all these programs you can use for your mini project also. It's a students like this. So many programs are available. You can make a use of that W3 school. So many programs are there. Any doubt in today's class, students? Students, any doubt?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, send the certificate, ma'am, for documentation.
I'll send.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Dakshani, can you remind me around 10 o'clock? You just put me on message.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll
Everything is
put.
ready, just I need to forward. That's all.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
The students answer your attendance. 1,
Yes, ma'am.
2,
Yes, ma'am.
3,
Yes, ma'am.
4, is there no 5, 6,
Yes, ma'am.
8,
Yes, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Yes, ma'am.
11,
Yes, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15, 16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Yes, ma'am.
18,
Present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20. Harshit. 21,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
Present, ma'am.
24,
Yes, ma'am.
25,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
Ma'am, she's also present, ma'am. Her mic is not.
okay, 28,
Present, ma'am.
29, Manoj, 30,
Yes, ma'am.
31,
Yes, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am.
33, 34. Panindra, he was there, no? 35.
Yes, ma'am. Present.
Pavan, ಯಾಕೆ
Present,
ಪವನ್
ma'am.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 2 3 ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ?
ಹುಷಾರಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನಾಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವೆಲ್.
ಹೇಗಿದ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಗಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಯಾ ಗುಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್.
Yes, ma'am.
36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Yes, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42, 42, 42 absent. 43,
Present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am.
Santosh, 43, 43.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
44, Ansari,
Present, ma'am.
45,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 46,
Present, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48,
Present, ma'am.
49,
Present, ma'am.
50,
Present, ma'am.
51,
Present, ma'am.
52, Sugandhini, 53,
Present, ma'am.
54, Sushmita B,
Present, ma'am.
55,
Ma'am, she's present, ma'am.
okay,
Present, ma'am.
56,
Present, ma'am.
57,
Present, ma'am.
58,
Present, ma'am.
59, 59, Veena,
Ma'am, 27
Okay.
present, ma'am.
Okay, students, I'll stop here. If you have any doubt in innovative question, in next class we will discuss. Students,